Team Diamond 2s in Madden 23 were approaching that area of the year where we can potentially see this content come to the game. Last year, Madden 22, the content dropped on Thursday, January 20th, so it could be in the next few weeks, could be in a month from now, we don't really know. But going back on Madden 22 and seeing the requirements, it's a 95 overall player, and it was an assortment of just overall little slots that were of that team. So you would see 91 to 92 for the Niners, and they were it was the same for every single team. 80, I think it was 89 to 90 overall, 86 to 88, 80 to 85, and then 75 through 79. The players, as always, are going to be legends of the past. They're not really ever current players, but more so. And Team Diamond 2 is mostly recycled players, so don't expect too many new legends, but normally some of the best cards in the game. If we actually take a look back at the market, how did the market react last year? Well, it's all about whatever the lowest requirements, because of course, you're not going to put in a 92 overall at the 91 to 92 slot. You're going to put in the lower overall, 86 to 88. You're not putting in an 88 overall into that. You're going to be putting into an 86. So the overalls went up the most, and these overalls, especially for specific teams that had really, really good Team Diamonds, 86 overalls went up a ton, 88 overall or 89 overalls went up a ton, and 91 overalls went up a ton. 89s, for example, some of these guys, right, like Joey Galloway on your screen, this was a card that was going for around 20,000 coins, really, before the promo, shot all the way up to 65 to 70k. I can't really remember who the Buccaneers Team Diamond player was, but you saw a lot. Remember, LaDainian Tomlinson went from around 20, 25k all the way up to 70k, I want to say. Even Reggie Bush, 91 overall, who was going for probably around 35 to 40k for that price at the time, up to 70,000 coins. So if you nail the overalls, especially at like a unique team, there might be a team that does not have a lot of certain 86 overalls or 87 overalls. If you do nail the team, you would say, but you nailed the overall, you definitely can make a ton. A lot of these cards went up a ton in price. So moving forward into Madden 23, just going to go through really the overalls of what I'm doing with each. What do I expect for the Team Diamond 2 content set-wise? It's probably going to be some sort of what we saw in Madden 22. This year, set-wise, promo-wise, timeline-wise, the game is eerily similar to last year's version. So I'm not expecting huge curveballs when it comes to the Team Diamond 2 sets, although I do hope they come out in the next few weeks. We'll get into, though, like what happens if they don't drop for a month, 2 months, and that sort of thing. But starting out with, and I'm going to classify these as 76 overalls, because that's really where Madden in 23 has kind of headed. Instead of it being, it's like 70, 75s, and there's that new tier at 76, 77, 78, 79. 76 through 79s, I'm just going to keep in my binder. You can buy them. I'm not really going to be looking to buy them. I pull enough and just pack junk. Hoarding those cards in my binder, I'm not even going to use them and not sell them off for the Compass refresh. The same thing goes with 80-81s, which were a great investment last year for Team Diamond 2s because they were that lowest overall in that 80 to 85 overall slot for each of the teams. So 80-81s, just not going to be selling, just again, hoarding right now. I have a ton because I opened a ton of packs last year. Same thing goes for 83s, 84s. I know you might want to use them in Team Builder 2s, but for right now, right, just hold on to them. You only got to hold on to them, in my opinion, for like 1 to 2 weeks before we hopefully get this content. But yeah, I'm not really going out and buying 76 overalls to 84 overalls. Rather, just if I get them, I am hoarding them. Next up, we have the 85 overalls. And 85 overalls, I'm really more classifying in the lower end. I would say 86 overalls and higher. These are the cards that I'm going to start to buy. I'm really just going after 86 overalls to 92s because remember, we're not really trying to buy if the requirement's in 90 to 94. We don't want 94s. We want 90. So even 92s might be a little bit too much. Maybe just go 86 overalls to 91 overalls. The key thing is we're trying to not buy one of just one singular card, 25 versions of them. No, we're trying to go different players from different teams, different overalls from different promos. Spread out your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. We really do not know what EA can throw at us. Now, price-wise, and this is really the key, because this answers also the when are we buying these, right? The price for me, and this is where my whole entire investment world revolves around, and I am not buying these cards until they hit this price, and that is 2.5 per. You've probably heard me talk about that, sound like a broken record over the past few days. 2.5 per is my money price to buy all these cards at. The reason be, I think once it hits that price, it becomes a no-risk investment. It's too cheap. Later down the line, when we get TVPs back eventually, we get Team of the Years, I see training going back up into 3 in the low 3. So I'm not trying to buy at 3 per because I think that's really where training is going to stay at when we get the TVP in the Team of the Year. And right now, the market at the current moment, I'm recording this Friday night. You guys are going to be watching this starting on Saturday. I do think the market is just a little bit too expensive. I'm normally pretty good with these things, noticing and feeling if a market is too cheap, if a market is too high. Right now, the market does feel a little bit high. He has 86 overalls to 91 overalls. I'll flash the training values up on the screen. Don't memorize these, but you got to get familiar with these numbers. Again, 2.5 per and under. If you want to buy 91s and 92s, I guess you could go more like 2.6, 2.7. But in general, 2.5 per is that safety number where you really don't have to worry about the investment ever losing. The other thing too is, what if Team Diamond 2s drop in a month from now, 2 months from now? Well, these just turn into training investments for TVPs as well as Team of the Years, which is only a few weeks away. So training at the worst, these turn into Team of the Year investments where training, I think, is going to hit 3 to the mid 3s we're going to sell at. Again, 2.5 per is that magic number. How much you want to buy of these, you know, if they hit that 2.5 per, I think there's zero risk involved and you could buy as many as you want. Hopefully, right, it's just fingers crossed that training eventually does hit that number. Hopefully, starting this Saturday, we start to see at least like 86 overalls to 90 overalls hit that. Right now, they're really hovering around like 2.9, 3, 3.1. The higher overalls, which I'm more so targeting as training investments, they're still at like 3.5 or 4 per. That being 92s, 94 overalls, but Team Diamond investments were targeting, you know, 86 overalls, 87 overalls, 88 overalls. So it would be 89 overalls are probably the overall I'm targeting the least. The reason be, there is that Campus 2 Hero reroll set. Campus Hero, I don't know why I say Campus Hero. I say Campus Hero 2. And EA necessarily isn't going to make 89 overall a valuable position or a valuable set piece in some of their new content when there is still a reroll active in the game. So honestly, 89 overall is probably the card the overall I am targeting the least, more so 86 overalls, 87 overalls, and, you know, all the other overalls but 89. But again, yeah, there's not a hidden card, a secret sauce, like I'm buying all 90 overall Raiders cards or I'm buying 88 overall Patriots cards. Nah, it's kind of just buy at 2.5 per. That way you're investing in training also, and you're just, you know, you're buying at a good price. That is the safety price, and spread out your overalls, get your Team of the Week cards, your Legend cards, your Campus Hero 1 cards, your most feared. Just get everything, and then hopefully some of the cards, right, just in general, they're going to rise back to 2.8, 2.93 per, and then you'll have the select few overalls for the select few teams like last year that will go to the absolute moon. But again, I'm not buying till 2.5. If they don't hit 2.5, I don't know how to say this. I'm not paying 3 per for 87 overalls and 88 overalls, but they're on their way there. They're at like 2.9, 2.8. So we're working there. But I did want to upload this video because we could see Team Diamond 2 technically next week, but I think it's still right a week or two away. But yeah, wanted to get this video out, just kind of talking about the overalls I'm targeting, the price I'm targeting, and why I'm targeting them. So yeah, that is going to be all for this video. Comment if you have any questions, like if you have enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, peace.